Hi, welcome or welcome back. Welcome back. Doo-doo. Hi, my name is Sharifa, and I am the Nubian Reviewer, where we talk about books, journaling, creative journaling, and pretty much anything else I want to talk about. Thank you for joining me today. Today, I want to share with you a smallish book haul that I encountered a few weeks ago. Well, not even a few, I would say about, yeah, maybe a few weeks ago. I went to a used bookstore called Powell's Book. I will put the link inside of the, I guess, description. That's what it is below. But I'll link it down below. It is here in my city, which is Chicago. Um, and so there are a list of books that I am looking to either collect or read for my home library collection. So I have like this list of books. Either I am just replacing or swapping out from hardcover, soft cover to hardback, and books that, has just been on my list for a while. So I'm in the process of like basically cultivating my library. And I know, with everything that's going on in the world, um, I would think that we should do the things that still brings us joy. Do it that, things that are going to bring us joy, but at the same time, stay focused, stay positive, and know that everyone um, are different in their own way. But not getting into that, I am more excited about this book haul. So let me share with you the books that I have, and then we can talk about some other things that I wanted to discuss with you in terms of my quarter two reads. Once again, ta-da! Hal's book. So I got quite a few books. So I went in there for one book. It was already on my list, but also while I was there, the bookstore is pretty big, and I I can't spend too much time in there because I would definitely, for one, go over my budget, and then secondly, I would end up buying books um, that I probably wouldn't be interested in buying, and having buyer's remorse. We don't want that. Everything that sounds good is just not good for you. So let me start with the books that I have, and then I'll share with you the one book I went into the store for. So this first book is The Lucky Star, William T. Vollman. This is a novel. Now I've read his work before, and I'm telling you, William T. Vollman, he loved his hookers and his whores. He does, and so that makes his writing more interesting to me. Um, but this one right here, The Lucky Star, it talks about. I don't even know what the book is about. I just knew that it was under $5. After being initiated into a coven and of island witches, Neva Neva begins to fulfill her fate in the Tenderloin dive bar. See, there we go. There we go. Mr. Vollman. Her worshippers includes Richard, the introvert, the alcoholic, occasionally uh, omniscient narrator, a profound, aggressive transgender sex worker named Chantel, the brisk and motherly barmaid Francine, and a transgender woman who has renamed herself after her idol, Judy Garland. I think the young lady who played on The Wiz. Um, when Judy starts to love Neva too much, Judy's retired policeman boyfriend embarks on a mission to expose and destruct. This should be good. You have to excuse me, you guys, because I think I need to clean my glasses. I'm seeing double vision. But this is the Lucky Star, and it still has its price tag. It was $4.95. I thought that that was a pretty good deal. William T. Vollman, he never disappoints. If you've never read any of his work before, I encourage you. If you like salacious read, like I think you guys call it smut. The book that I read of his, which I love, is The Royal Family, and I actually do have that in my library at home. So, and then the Central, it was another one. I used to have it, but I don't have it anymore. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't know what happened to it. It was called European Central. I used to have it. I don't know what happened to my book, but for now, this is what I have, the Lucky Star. So I don't know if it will make it to my reading list this year, but I would definitely be reading it. The next one is Blacks in the Populist Movement, Ballot and Bigotry in the New South, Gerald Geitner. Good book, good book. The title speaks for itself. The relationship between blacks, the relationship of blacks to the Farmer Alliance and the later Southern Baptist Populist Party. Oh, no, wait. Okay. Southern Populist Party was the most paradoxical and complex. The author, with skill and understanding and comprehension, traces the various coalitions that attempts to unite the farmers, both black and white, against elitist. That's what we're dealing with right now. Elitist enemies. The bourbon planters, businessmen, Democrats. This volume is signed and is this volume is a signal contribution to both populism and Southern history. All right, all right. And so this right here was a good find too. You see how clean these edges are? And this was considered a used book. Gorgeous. This is the book I actually went to the bookstore for. Ayn Rand, The Fountainhead. So this book I do have in paperback, and this particular edition was what I wanted. So I was collecting all of them. I think this is like, oh yeah, this is the 60th anniversary edition. I have this one. I have this is the Fountainhead, and I have Atlas Shrugged in this particular edition. So I'm looking for Atheist, and there was a fourth one. So I want to get the entire series of the different anniversary editions in this cover. So that's what I was looking for. So the paperback that I have, I would either be passing it on to my son, or I will probably, put it on my eBay store that I'm setting up. By the time this video starts, I don't think my eBay store will be up. My goal is to get it up and running by the summer of 2025. So if I don't keep it, the paperback, I would definitely let you guys know when I post it. When I post it on my storefront through eBay. But for now, I had 2 copies, one hardcover, one paperback. I was so happy when I saw this edition. This book is so hard to find. Now, they had this one, and they had not the first edition, but the second printing. And so this one right here was probably like the best cover. I mean, I just love the artwork on this cover. So yeah, that's my little gem, and that's what I went in there for. All right, so getting down to my other books. You guys forgive me. I got 2 more books, and there was another book that I got paperback, which I do have a hard copy now, and so more likely I will not be giving this particular book away, selling it. I probably will be definitely giving it to my son, or adding it on to my library for family and friends to check out. So the book that I'm talking about is Ready for Revolution. Ready for Revolution: The Life and Struggles of Stokley Carmichael, Kwame Ture. This book was published posthumously. Um, in his last year and a half, he decided that he wanted to write his own story in his own words. And so with him, he collaborated with Ekume Michael. I'm not even going to say the name, but it's on the book. He collaborated with him. And I do apologize. I don't want to butcher his name up, but uh, he collaborated. He collaborated with Stokley Carmichael, and I'm telling you, it reads so well. I have the paperback of this, and so when I saw that the hardcover was available, I instantly decided, you know what, it's an investment. Let's go get it. I got this also at the bookstore, which was a gem. Um, I'm so happy that I found it. So I'm going to be swapping my soft cover out for my hardcover. Ready for revolution. So yeah, and the language alone, I the beautiful thing about books is that what draws you to it is how the story is told, whether it's fiction, nonfiction, or whatever, how the story is told and the words that pulled us in. And I tell you, if this is how he saw his life, it is so poetic. Like, he was an activist of the Black Panther Party, but his life was like, he's like an unsung hero. I'm happy. I'm honored to have this copy. I'm gonna be honest with you. The last is not least, and this is why when I go in the bookstore, I always have a budget. The timing is not bad, but the budget. So this is the last book that I got from this small book haul. It is To Rise Up a Nation, John Brown, Frederick Douglass, and the Making of a Free Country, William S. King. Never had this book. This book was actually on my list from thrift books. I have a list of books that I have on my wish list, and this was on my wish list. Instantly, when I went and got the book, I went and took the wish list off, took it off my wish list, and I'm so happy that I found it. And I think I got this $10. No. This was a little more expensive than it would have been at thrift books. I think for thrift books, it was half the price that I paid for this. But the thing about it is, I rather support my local economy and local jobs. When I buy for thrift books, I am buying from independent book dealers like myself. However, if I can see where the money is going, and this is a bookstore that I frequent a lot, I rather support my local economy, and then I support other small businesses. So praise to this. Happy. And so, yeah, that is my somewhat small book haul. If you see a little shadow right here, this is my cat. She likes to get up here when she see me talking into the void. And she's so funny. But yeah, so that is what I want to bring to you today, fam. And I hope that, you found something or a book that's interesting in my selection. Stay tuned. I will be reading um, one of these books for in 2025. I just haven't decided yet. I don't know which one I will do first. I am definitely rereading Revolution, Ready for Revolution. I read it a long, long time ago, and it was a library copy. And so, yeah, this is on my reread. This is on my legacy read in my journal, in my bullet journal. And so I will be getting a picture of this and putting it in my bullet journal for my legacy reads as well. So yes, I would definitely be reading that. Now, on to books that I have finished and I am in the process of um, looking at my spring TBR. Just one book in particular that I have been anticipating on reading and reviewing for you guys. It is John Lewis, A Life. I started reading this book in February. So this is now March, but along with this, I'm still reading like several other books. Um, and so I finished this and then I refinished Parting the Waters again, this time with annotated notes. And so look forward to hearing discussions or book review on this. I want to start having more live discussions or doing long form content on the books that I read, just to get like, and not several books, just one book, just get into the long form content. Now, for quarter three. So, for every quarter this year, I'm challenging myself to do a mammoth book. And so, what constitutes a mammoth book is a book that is 800 pages or more. Does that include the index? Does that include the intro? Does that include, bibliography, resources, those pages, right? I think it should always include the intro, but that's just me. And then also, you have books that are about 800 pages, and you got like 200 pages worth of resources, index, and all that other stuff. My definition of a 800 mammoth book to read, for me, I can't determine how everybody else do it, is 800 pages of reading of the actual text, like the actual story. So if I were to look at, like, say for instance, John Lewis A Life, this is not 800 pages. This was merely about 400 pages of reading. A little bit over 400. Yeah, 571. So, but you have about 700 pages. So it makes it appear that, it's a mammoth, but it's not. The book that I chose, the options that I have right now are these two books. And then I will reveal my spring reading list, I guess, of books that I would like to read. I didn't do one for 2025 because I did a 25 for 2025, and some of those books will be in that selection. But the two books that I am deciding that I will read, or I may are like up for, I guess, for me to decide, will be what have got Wrought, The Transformation of America, 1815 to 1848, author Daniel Walker Howe. I have not read this book yet. I do have this book on audio, so I may do like a mixture of mixed media. So we'll see. So this is a runner-up for quarter two, and this is the second one. A History of the Muslim World, from its origins to the dawn of modernity, Michael Cook. And so these two books meet the criteria of a mammoth read. Both of them are 800 plus pages outside the index, resources, and all the beautiful things, right? They meet the criteria for the mammoth read. Currently, I just finished Pardon the Waters, and that was my quarter one mammoth read. And I made it my quarter one mammoth read because, for one, I've read the book several times. Secondly, I am prepping, to do a video on civil rights. That is the area that in World War II, those are my two areas of interest. And so I thought that, by the fall, I can have that video up and going, because between everything that I'm doing, besides work, I actually do my YouTube channel for pleasure. I don't, this is not a full-time job, but it's definitely a lifetime passion. So whatever that may bring, hey, I'm here for it. But so yeah, so those are my two selections. Now, I decided between these three, and then I thought about Les Miserables, Victor Hugo, and I just thought, you know what? Let me decide on that one, probably for a quarter three, because we will be in the thick of summer. It is nonfiction. Um, I've read Les Mis before. Well, I listened to it on audiobook before, so halfway through. But then I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna re-listen to it. Seeing the movies, I've seen all the movies. I like all of them. Like, if there was one I had to choose over the other, I would say the one with Anne Hathaway was absolutely beautiful. It's more of a musical. And then you have the one, I think it's like in the 1980s. That version was pretty good too. But, to say the least, I liked all of them. But I think that's going to be my quarter three, which is from July to September. A good summer read, right? Nothing heavy, although it does talk about, the Revolutionary French War, but that's neither here or there. It's definitely a love story inside there, right? So I think that's what I'm going to do. I haven't decided yet, but we'll revisit that, close to quarter two. But yeah, that's what I have for now. Stay tuned. I have two videos that I'm working on. I'm like surrounded with books. I am working on my legacy collection reads, my 25 of 2025. So stay tuned for that video. And then also, I am working on my quarter two um, um, reading collection. So that's my little girl. She likes to look at shadows. She's such a cutie patootie, ain't she? Yeah. You have to get down, little mama. Come on. Thank you. So, so yeah. So with that being said, thank you for stopping by. And if you like content like this, click the like, share, and subscribe. Or I think you should subscribe first. Then you like the video. And then share this with a friend. Only if I'm your jam. Like, fam, if I'm your jam, then you'll come back and see me. If not, I'll see you around the block. But thank you for stopping by. I will link every book I talked about in the link below. Now, what I don't do is give you the link to where you can purchase the book, but I will give you the title and the author, so you can go on your own independent book journey. Until then, have a beautiful day wherever you are, fam. Bye bye.